Welcome everybody to the Jokebudd Show. I'm your host, Jokebudd, the one and only, and we're getting straight to it. Next week, we're going to have interviews. The interview season will be underway. Look forward to that. I'm not for sure I'm going to do the just guest view, so you won't see my face. Let me know in the comments if you want the guest view or you want the whole view with me interacting with the guest. Because if not, I'm just going to show the camera on the guest and you'll hear my voice. So let me know. I'm still deciding right now which way I'm going to go with it. I really don't know. But just let me know what y'all think, and we'll take it from there. Let's get started. We're going to get straight to the straightening. We got a lot to go over. Got some substance for you guys to start off with. My first thing on my mind, been on my mind for a minute, and it's this is about my upbringing. And I was watching football. Football's back in full swing. My Colts on 3 don't remind me. So a coach by the name of Matt Nagy from the Chicago Bears, head coach. He was asked a question about his starters, and he said he's going back and forth between Justin Fields and Andy Dalton, who's a starting quarterback. And he said something of the words of, promises be crazy. Promises can be pretty crazy. And that's true. Promises can be pretty crazy. Growing up and my life, I'm from the land of broken promises, whether that's my mother, father, aunt, uncle, cousins, older cousins, friends of family, mentors, you name it. As a child, I was promised a lot. Never really came to fruition. So when I got older, I always told myself that I'm not going to promise anything. I'm just going to stand on my word. And that's got me to this point where I'm at now. My word means something. I'm not internationally known or locally known like that, but anybody who interacts with me knows me. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I can't do it, I'm probably going to tell you I can't do it. I'm just challenging everybody, the viewers, that the followers, the family members, the listeners, let your word stand for something. Let's get away from the promises, because the only thing about a promise is a promise is like reassurance and instilling confidence in someone's faith. That's all it does. You're just trying to get their trust back to ensure that you'll make do on whatever it is that needs to be done. Let your word stand for it. Let your word stand for it. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. It's just that simple. A promise is just a reassurance on entrusting someone, whether that's a favor, however it may be. And it's just a reassurance of someone's conscience and confidence that you'll come through for something. But if somebody ever asks me to promise, whether it's my son, whoever, I always just say, when has my word not been good enough? And I just want people to really take that in stride. We kind of linger on promise of promising things to others, and more than likely in life, if a person said they promise you, more than likely it's a 50-50 chance they may or may not come through. I just want everybody to come up off the premise of promise and just let your word stand for something. If you say you're going to do something, just do it. Just do it. Whether you got yourself into a tight pickle, whatever it may be, if you said you're going to do it, just do it. If you say you're not going to do it, don't do it. That's all that needs to be said. But like he said, promises are pretty crazy. Because with a child, you'll get over it, and you'll still love that person, things, but you don't forget. You don't forget the things that you were promised. You don't forget. So I don't promise anybody anything. That's one word of my vocabulary that I don't dwell in. I just feel like if you say you're going to do something, just do it. It's just that simple. And don't go over your head getting yourself in a tight situation that you can't get yourself out of. So let's get away from the promises, because promises can be pretty crazy. I mean, just that instance, I was just like, yeah, you're right. They are pretty crazy, So let's get away from that. I wanted to just explain my statues on here. I got Darth Vader, Magneto, and Brawley. People may think like they're just villains, but villains just tell a story from a realistic adult's point of view. Look them all up. They all been through something. That's why I connect with them in my adult years. As a kid growing up, you don't really connect with the villains. You're taught to hate them and things like that. But they all have a story. And one thing about me and you and all of us is that we all have a story to tell. I don't plan on being evil or anything like that, but we all have stories to tell, and we, as adults, we connect to the villains more because you know you're going to go through some things in life. In life, you're going to go through some things. No way around it. You're going to go through some things, and as I came around, this is more like, man, I understand where these guys are coming from. Not for the expense of killing people, but for the expense of how you feel about things and how things changed you and molded you and broke you. And you're just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle back together. So these three really mean a lot to me. I wasn't going to Thanos one because he's also a villain that I personally like because I understand where he's coming from. It was very dramatic where he was coming from in Marvel, but you get it. You get it. Just the way he went about it. But I got a sticker. It's a sticker on the laptop here, so I'm just gonna let that be. So the desk is getting pretty full. I might not add much more. I think I'm gonna add some Wizards gear, some type of paraphernalia, because I plan on doing like a Wizards beat update weekly. Because I am a Wizards fan, so we'll see how that go. I'll start trying to keep track of what the Wizards do in the basketball season. I know they're soon. Training camp will start. I think it's media days, media week, and things like that. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that and see what I'm gonna run with the Wizards. Bradley Beal's there still, so thankfully we still got we signed Dinwiddie. We got some type of team, and we can see what we can make out of this season. The last thing we need is for Bradley Beal to bail on us. So we'll see how that go. For my parents out there, this one is for you. Thinking you know your children until you see them in live action and not knowing you're around or watching. This is one thing I cringe on. I'll see my son in his element with his friends doing him, and my stomach turns and like your heart starts to burn because you're just wondering all the tutelage and principles and morals and values can it translate at a young age. By all means, kids are going to make mistakes, but you just want to leave with seeing some kind of lasting effect that you're putting in your child's life, and it's a gamble. These kids these days are different. Boy, I thought my generation was tough. We have our work cut out for us, parents. Like I said, just pray for your child every day. Hope they make the right decisions. But it's painfully grueling when you're watching your child and they have no idea you're around. It's like wow. Things that you say really may go one ear and out the other, and you have to be prepared for that. And you have to put aside where a kid's going to be a kid and you know better. That's the part where we all are challenged with finding well, he knew better, she knew better, or is it a kid being a kid and disciplines installed and things like that. But it's very unique. It's wild. It's a roller coaster of emotions in that moment because you could just be driving somewhere. Oh, that's your kid. He with his friends and they doing something crazy, you know. And you had to realize, then you had to start thinking like, did I do that as a kid and myself? And I know I did a lot. I know I did a lot of things, but I just want them to limit the mistakes that I made, you know. And that's the key. Kids are gonna make mistakes, just like adults are gonna make mistakes, and you just hope to see some type of lasting effect on the tutelage and the raising things that you did, and installing certain principles and morals and values in them. So, parents, just beware. Be prepared for anything. Be prepared for the worst. Hope for the best. Be prepared for the worst, but hope for the best. The next one is preparation is key to elevating to the next level, but always be careful what you wish for. I was talking to somebody today, and I was thinking about some things like the preparation and becoming successful in whatever you see fit as your success is very key. You got to see it to believe it. You got to dream it a little bit. Think about it daily. One thing I was doing was telling people like you got to fall crazy in love with success. Like you got to fall crazy in love with success in order to achieve it, because that's going to seal away as much doubt as possible. Because every day, every hour, every minute, I'm thinking about this company and how it can grow and things we can do from it. It really boggles your mind around making it work and being successful, taking care of your family and trading in your older cars and getting better cars and being able to go on the road and speak in front of other crowds that you never knew a face from. And I fall crazy in love with that every day, of changing my situation, of hanging my boots up from working both jobs, and like every day I'm thinking about it. And I just want people who have an entrepreneur, whether you're, and even if you have a 9 to 5 that you're looking for, just pursue like a doctor, lawyer, things like that. Yeah, like fall in love with that process of being a success so you can live the life you want to live. And I'm telling you, every day, not a day goes by, I am looking forward to doing what it takes to make this a success. I'm not looking backwards. Like I'm so far in now that it's like I can't go back. So I gotta make this work. However it happens, it happens. Whether this branches off to some broadcasting thing, some TV thing, I don't know. But I just know I'm working like this is all I have. And I want this to work so bad. And you got to fall in love with that process. You got to envision yourself being called to LA, called to New York, living in LA, living in New York or Florida, Texas, wherever it may have you, living that lifestyle where you're on the road and you're taking care of business and money wires are coming in. You're taking care of your family. You get a call here. You're taking care of them. And you get to live the life that you want to live. I'm not saying go all in for broke, like make it your only thing. Some do, some don't. I'm playing it more of a safer role. I still got both of my gigs, but I put a lot of work in this. This takes up everything else. A friend of mine was asking, can we go out? And I was like, man, I'm broke. Like, I'm putting so much money into this that I need to get so much work in with this. So when we go out, I'll have flyers passing things out and trying to get the social media buzz going and things like that. So it's going to take a lot. But preparation is key to elevating to the next level. And when you get there, be careful what you wish for, because it might be more than what you ever thought. And next thing you know, you're like, whoa, like I'm here. Oh my goodness. All this money, all this demand. So, for much is given, much is tested. Definitely. Just want to let y'all know, if you're not happy or pleased with the way things are going in your life, it's time to move differently. Switch it up. Just switch it up. Whatever it may have be. You just got to just sit down and see the things that you want, that make you happy, because it starts with you. And if your family and friends are going left, maybe you need to go right, or vice versa. Just to switch things up, because you know in your heart when you lay down at night, when it's just you, or you look in the mirror in that morning, you washing your face, brushing your teeth, like where you want to go in life. If you're not on that path, we don't have much time to play with no more. Just go. Whatever it takes, day by day. Just switch it up and go for it. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now to take care of all what you need to take care of, because 2022 is right around the corner. So don't take this time for granted. I'm here to inspire. So you got anything you want to message me, just let me know. Just let me know. But that's all my time for today. My name is Jokebudd, the DMV ambassador. I'll see you on the interview season next week. You can always find me somewhere broken. Peace.